Hello again. Welcome to episode 7 of the POMM-cast, Piece of Mind Makers. And we are going to be discussing Virgo today, the Virgin. What does that mean? I found Virgo to be very elusive when I first started studying the signs. I do not have any planets placed in Virgo, so it wasn't one of my main focuses when I started learning about placements within my own chart. That's how I got started with all that. But since I've been taking more of an abstract approach at looking at the signs and how they represent different areas of the chart, possibly, it is making a little bit more sense, especially in the context of when Virgo comes up in the year. It is the time of harvest and the time of reminding you of the natural order of how summer is ending, the days are getting shorter, and the harvest is going to be the last of the season now before you get ready for winter. So how is that represented by the Virgin goddess? Well, the term virgin didn't originally mean sexually chaste. That was adopted by religion mostly, and to keep men asserting power and dominance over women, but that is yet another topic for another day. But it more symbolizes being self-contained and self-sufficient, and also having a sense of purity, which is then how Virgo came to be represented by perfectionism. But if you look at the illustrations and representations of the Virgo goddess, often she's seen with an ear of grain, which is symbolizing the time of year of the harvest, and she's also seen holding scales, which, you know, obviously the scales are represented by Libra, which comes right after Virgo, so that became separated, and it still kind of applies to Virgo because this is like the natural order. And as we approach the autumn equinox, which is right before Libra season begins, you have the balance of day and night before the night takes over. So, with all that being said, I just want to pull up the Wikipedia page real quick to show you guys a few things about the background information. Real quick little mythology lesson. So, move up this page, and then I'll make myself small. How cute! Okay, so we have the Virgo constellation page here because, you know, that's what this is based on, the Virgo constellation being between Leo and Libra. And this brightest star, honestly, I might pronounce this incorrectly. I think it's Spica, but that is the Latin term for an ear of grain. So, you know, it's all connected. And Virgo is also the largest constellation in the zodiac. I don't know if it lists second largest constellation in the sky and the largest constellation in the zodiac, right there. So, kind of a big deal. Yeah, the mythology here started with Babylonian goddess Shala and her ear of grain. There you go, Latin for ear of grain. This is where I got my dutiful research from. And look, for this reason, the constellation became associated with fertility. That is another reason, I think, why it gets mixed up with virginity being, like, sexually chaste. But, you know, that doesn't really come into play all the time with, you know, being fertile. You don't have to be a virgin to be fertile. So, with that being said, moving on, Greeks then related the constellation to Demeter, and the Romans goddess Ceres, and then Astraea took over, which is where the scales of justice and the main inspiration for how I introduced the Virgin Goddess in the beginning of this episode, of having the responsibility of bringing in the natural order. That is what Astraea represented. And if any of this is interesting to you, I encourage you to go and look all of this up, because oh my god, like, how many names did I just list? There's a ton, and it's like over centuries of history. So, as many of these other Celtic myths that I focus on usually when I do my full moon rituals, they kind of get borrowed and inspired and, like, are parallel to each other from different cultures in a lot of ways. So, you know, the point is that they're telling a story, you know, and the story carries the same message. It just started raining really hard outside, so I think that I should probably wrap this up soon, just in case the power goes out here. Storms have been crazy lately in Pennsylvania, but I do want to also say that this time of year, relating to the hazel moon, which I'm going to be celebrating the full hazel moon tonight, although the full moon is not till tomorrow. I like to do my ritual the night before, and as the energy is still building, so I can take full advantage. And then as the moon starts waning into the new moon, the next tree month, as they like to call it, let me pull myself back up here, will be the vine moon. And move that down. The vine moon is where the harvest celebration really kicks in, right around the autumn equinox. So I'm gonna discuss that in the next episode, and I will just get there when I get there. So thanks for joining me for this one, and I hope that this gives you a little insight into Virgo season and the energy that it can carry, and let that inspire your actions, or not. But, you know, if you have made it this far, I hope that you're thinking in that vein, and I encourage you to take lessons from nature such as this. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time.